Hi, this is Brandon with Precision Defensive Solutions, and today we're going to talk about a trend that we're seeing in this area that is very disturbing. So, just a week ago, at a local grocery store in a suburb, west side of Cleveland, a mom and her 3-year-old son were walking through a parking lot at this grocery store and were brutally attacked by a woman with a butcher knife. The 3-year-old was unfortunately killed in this incident. The mother sustained many injuries, none of them life-threatening, but the damage to that family, losing this little one, has got to be just absolutely amazing. As more information came out, more videos, security camera footage from the inside the store, it showed this woman that committed this absolutely heinous act. Pure evil. Pure evil. Walking around that store with a very large butcher knife in her hand, and not one person that walked past her noticed it, or if they did notice it, didn't call the police, didn't tell management, didn't do anything about it. That little boy didn't have to die that day if people would have just paid attention and picked up their phone and called the police. Law enforcement keeps saying, see something, say something. Well, the problem is people don't pay attention to what's around them and what's going on. They complain about people mowing their grass too early in the morning, or they complain about dads playing with their sons in a field, at 8:30, 9 o'clock at night. But when somebody's walking through a grocery store carrying a butcher knife, nobody says a word. Why? Why? Part of self-defense is self-preservation, and self-preservation is paying attention to what's going on around you, looking for odd behavior. Not annoying behavior, odd behavior, out of the normal behavior. Somebody walking through a store with a big knife in their hand is odd behavior. Last weekend, at a church festival north of us, they had so many problems they had to call in multiple law enforcement agencies. The county sheriff's office was already there. They called in the state highway patrol and 2, maybe 3 city police departments to try to contain the violence that was being caused by juveniles. By juveniles. Yes, there were gunshots that were fired as a result of the violent acts. That same night, in the neighboring town, they had a Summerfest, a community event. Fireworks, all the big deal on Saturday night, and right after the fireworks, gunshots fired into the air by an individual that was not even a resident of the community. I have heard from multiple sources, both online and in person, that said that they had been at that event, and not one person did they recognize from the community. Not one. Folks, part of self-defense is paying attention to what's going on. Crime happens everywhere. And the police can't be everywhere to stop it. You are responsible for your own safety. I have said this so many times. This is not a gun problem. This is a evil, violent acts caused by people who don't care about the well-being of others. It's obviously not a gun problem because that little boy at that grocery store was killed by a butcher knife that was stolen from a Volunteers of America store. The woman that killed that little boy has, before this happened back in February, and since, confessed to having killed a person in California. But nothing was done because they couldn't prove it. She wasn't a suspect. There was a judge that was concerned about her mental health and her mental stability. And because there wasn't a mental health professional available to do an evaluation in a timely manner, he turned her loose in the community because it was a minor offense that she was in court for. There were red flags. There were things that showed that there was a potential for violence. And nobody did anything. Nobody did anything. These festivals, we have all these police officers. But there's not enough there to protect everybody. And there are people that are going to these events to cause problems. But there's an element of the community that sits there and goes, well, people shouldn't be able to carry weapons. It's not that. The law-abiding citizens are not the problem. The people who want to protect themselves and their loved ones are not the problem. It's the prohibited possessors, the criminals, that are causing the problem. Pay attention. Look out for yourselves. Look out for your loved ones. Look out for your neighbors. Watch for that odd behavior. And if you see something, damn it, say something. Stay safe, everybody. We'll talk to you soon.